Good morning, Father Hans. We are happy to welcome you here to the UAE. And could you give us a bit of background on this conference and how it has been set in motion since the last Congress for Child Dignity online in Rome?
Now, the Congress on Child Dignity in the Digital World that we organized last year at the Pontifical Gregorian University in Rome brought about 7 working groups. The 7 working groups that were established cover different areas of interest, for example, the law regarding pornography in different countries, etc. And one of the working groups was this Interfaith Summit working group, of which the United Arab Emirates have taken the lead and have brought about the organization of this wonderful event here. So we are certainly collaborating, but it has now been passed on also within what we call the Child Dignity Alliance that covers the 7 working groups' work. So this is an important, let me say, initiative, one among others, like for research or for law or for the promotion of technology advancement for the safeguarding of minors.
We also know that you are the president of the Center for Child Protection at the Pontifical University of the Gregorian. Could you give us a bit of background on what this center does and all the courses that you offer?
The Center for Child Protection of the Pontifical Gregorian University was established 8 years ago. We work since then in 3 areas. One is we provide education and training for church personnel and other personnel around the globe. We do this in 2 branches, if you wish. One is a residential diploma program of 1 semester for safeguarding officers of dioceses, of bishops' conferences, of religious congregations, where they learn in an interdisciplinary way what is needed so that they can become those who are responsible for the safety of children in that territory or for those organizations. Since last October, we have established also a 2 years full-time master degree, a full academic degree that offers not only a broader and deeper knowledge, but also something that will bring the competence for those who are the graduates of this program, so that they not only put in place safeguarding measures, but they develop them. They are in contact with all kinds of agencies, from government to international bodies to science. The second area of training and formation is our e-learning program. We have developed e-learning units, about 20 of them in 6 languages now. We offer them to all kinds of institutions, not individuals, but institutions like universities, faculties, seminaries worldwide. We offer that, but at the same time we ask so that those units are combined within a curriculum in a course or a program, whatever you call it, together with what is called face-to-face sessions. Because we believe that people need some support and some group so that they can really do what they are supposed to do, learn, become more competent, and also come to grips with the difficulties of this topic. The second area of the CCP's work is research. We have a number of research projects on. One are doctoral students' dissertations that cover areas of training of religious and priests, and the area of safeguarding, which overlaps with all the questions around human formation that all pontifical and church documents call for. The other area is what we call mapping abuse and prevention. For example, in a certain culture, Africa, Latin America, or Asia, what are the specific risk and protective factors for safeguarding within a certain culture. And then we have international collaboration. We want to start a research project soon from now on the effectiveness of safeguarding measures, because we don't have empirical data on that. The third area of our work is let me say, the public space. We organize conferences like last year's Congress on Child Dignity in the Digital World, We have another kind of collaboration with other entities that have annual meetings of safeguarding officers, for example, from the Anglophone world. But we also organize and promote events where the public can learn more about what the Catholic Church does actually in terms of safeguarding, because very little is known about that.
As a follow-up of what is happening at this Congress, what specific advice can you give to our faith communities, especially our church here? How can we ensure that we work as effectively as possible for protecting the dignity of our children?
I think one important measure is that whenever it comes to any activity that involves youth, in school, in youth ministry, in pastoral and spiritual activities, in sports, whatever you have that brings together church representatives, either clergy or non-clergy, with young people, that it is clear that the safety of young people has to be in the forefront. So we need to make sure that this is not something that we think of specifically, that we have to take into account and we have to remind ourselves. It has to be there from the beginning to the end, because it is part and parcel of the DNA of the Church. Jesus Christ talks about his love for the little ones, and this is an expression of what is really needed in all our thinking, in all our planning, in all our activities. So this is something that we don't bring to what is already there, but it has to be there. It needs to be the information that really helps us to plan, to think, to do whatever we do, especially with young people. And secondly, I believe that the Church can be a moral agent in the safety of children when we talk about pastoral work with families, for example, because a sound and healthy family is the best safe haven for children worldwide. So whatever we invest in the establishment of counseling centers for married couples, whatever we do so that young married couples can bring up their children in a reasonable, in a healthy, in a safe way, that speaks also to our own Catholic understanding of the family, the importance of family pastoral work. But it can also help us to be on the forefront of safety for the most vulnerable in our society and in our Church.
Thank you very much, Father Hans.
Thank you, and all the